Ladies and gentlemen, G.I. Joe the deck building game now has Transformers in it. Enough said. Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the expansions that have come out recently for G.I. Joe the deck building game. This is both the Coldsnap expansion and the New Alliances expansion. And the New Alliances expansion came with a bonus box because I ordered it directly from Renegade Games. You can pick up these bonus boxes after the whole pre-order event has ended. They're usually like $5 to $10 on Renegade Games. So if you happen to see something here you like and you missed the pre-order window, just go on Renegade Games' website to pick it up. Now, ironically enough, I had Coldsnap on my radar. I knew it was something I wanted to pick up. I feel like it wasn't that long ago that I covered, Path of the Serpent? No, Shadow of the Serpent. And I picked this one up on Miniature Market when they had I think it was a G.I. Joe specific event where they had their items on sale. But I usually, with Miniature Market, hold stuff until I meet their free shipping criteria. And so this one actually just arrived a couple days ago, and this one arrived today because as soon as I heard that during Renegade Con that this was a thing, that the Transformers were coming to the G.I. Joe deck building game, I was like, nope, I gotta have this. I must have this. I must have the stuff in this box. These are two of my all-time favorite IPs, right up there with He-Man, Masters of the Universe. And so this is nostalgia for me, and them having a crossover. You know, there were several episodes where the cartoons crossed over. This is, I'm so excited. I just don't know what to do with myself. So we're going to have just a general catch-up unboxing for G.I. Joe the deck building game. And of course, I have to start with what I am most excited for. So I'm sorry, Coldsnap. We will get to you. I'll be sure to put timestamps below so that you can jump ahead if you're only interested in, say, Coldsnap or the bonus box. All right, so Worlds Collide. I don't know a whole lot about this expansion except for the fact that I know that the Autobots can be taken on missions as individual Autobots or as them in vehicle mode where they can carry G.I. Joes. And that's all I needed to know. New Autobot cards provide flexibility for you to achieve your mission. And then we've got these here. Mini cassette cards, because of course you got to have Soundwave. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at what we got going on here. So, I have not played Transformers, the deck building game yet. I've heard decent things about it, and this may very well might push me over the edge to purchase that one. So, we'll see. Here we have our crossover expansion rulebook. So, let's see. We have an arc tile here. All right. Space bridge tile. Progress marker. 8 Energon dice. So, they're adding new dice to this. Mission cards, mini cassette cards, and Constructicon. Oh, my God. They've got Constructicons. 2 arc module tiles, complication cards, Autobot leader. Okay, so most of these appear to be Transformers, which I'm perfectly fine with because we got Coldsnap over there. We're going to get some of the classic Joes. We're going to get all of that into the mix here. So I obviously will be reading through this at some point. This is a decent little expansion rulebook. This is 15 pages. So a lot going on there. We have this and these, and then this big sucker. Again, I literally just pretty much ordered this sight unseen purely because of the IP and the mixture of the IP. Energon Pool. This is obviously the Autobots ship that crash landed on Earth. Here we have our Energon dice that are, you know, pretty much just like the G.I. Joe dice, but they're pink. I don't know, can't quite tell what the mixture of success ratio is to misses, but they appear to be pretty close. All right, here are our missions. I'm not going to dump into these because this sometimes can feel a little spoilery. What a cool insert we have going on here, though. What's the Constructicon's Destructoid or Destructicon? I think, is it Destructicon when they're all combined together? Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, obviously. So there we go. Let us break into, I guess, like a Joe. A different Marissa Fairborn. A new cover girl. Okay. Oh, these are the updated. Yeah, that's right. Bazooka. Sci-Fi, of course. Crankcase. Wow. We are dipping into Dusty and Sandstorm. I used to love Dusty. Agent Helix. And Sergeant Savage. What? Okay. I've heard that they are coming out with a Sergeant Slaughter expansion for the Mission Critical game, which is, you know, the Power Rangers game. Where is my Sergeant Slaughter for G.I. Joe the deck building? We got the Sea Spray, we got the Warpath, and the Afterburner, which is a Transformer. Okay, so we've got some utility cards here. Roll Out. Awesome. More than meets the eye. I just love these. We got the Railgun, Energon Drill, T-Cog device, the Dock, Power Converter, and Sonic Wave. There we go. Here are my Autobots. So we've got Bumblebee, who is an Autobot. He's got 2 Recon. For each additional Autobot on this mission, +1 Wild Skill, rolling the Energon Cube, or Alt Mode. I'm assuming this is his vehicle mode. +1 Wild Skill may return to the Ark. No Energon dice gained? Not quite sure what that means, but I'm assuming Alt Mode is their car or vehicle mode. So 4 and 4, he's at 12. He's a beastly. Optimus Prime can start a mission. +2 Wild Skill for each officer in play. Okay, so I guess Bumblebee, you have to have like a Joe starting the mission. Interesting. We got Windblade, +3 hits. He's got +4 Wild Skill, rolling G.I. Joe dice, +1 automatic hit. A Hot Rod. He was always my favorite after the movie when he stepped up to become the leader. I was always partial to Hot Rod. Ironhide. Cup. Oh yeah. RC. These guys are all from the movie. Prowl. Jazz. Oh, I love it. Wheeljack. Oh, I'm so excited. Ratchet. I cannot contain myself. Blaster. And Perceptor. And then these, I'm not sure what that is here, but here are the enemy cards. The Decepticons, Soundwave, Starscream, of course, Megatron as the Hiss Tank. Interesting. Shockwave, all right. The Devastator, yes. Old Snake. Energon Heist, Operation Surveillance. I'm at this point just looking for the mini cassette cards. Are those already in the box? No? Did I miss those somewhere? I thought they would be small. Oh yeah, here we go. Mini cassette. So they're normal size cards, but there's Ravage, Laserbeak, Ravage, Return to Me, Rumble, Frenzy, oh yeah, and Ratbat, Overkill. Mini. I do not remember Overkill. Was that when they all combined together or something? Buzzsaw, Wing Thing. I don't remember all these guys. And here are the Constructicons: Scrapper, Long Haul, Scavenger, Bone Crusher, Mixmaster, and Hook. Whew. That was a trip down memory lane, ladies and gentlemen. So excited for this expansion. Very soon we will be putting this all together. We'll cover a little bit on how to, so here's the backs for the mini cassette. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to sleeve these. because currently I have all of the complication and Cobra cards in one type of sleeve back. Then there's this type of sleeve back, and then these will all fit in my G.I. Joe ones. So we'll have to figure out how these are going to get sleeved up. But we're going to sleeve these up. We're going to read through the rule book, and we're going to have a playthrough showing off this game very, very soon. Now, let us the New Alliances bonus box. So I believe there's a like an upgraded arc board. Yeah, here we go. So it's like dual layer. Not really sure of the significance of this because I don't really see how the cards would fit in here. But this says Energon Pool. So there we go. There was only a few punch outs, right? Yeah, this is to track there. I wonder, I guess the dice, but that is nice. Here's the two differences. They're essentially the same size, but this one is just squared off, and it is kind of dual layer. What else we got in here? Some cards that are stuck. All right. I think that is it, ladies and gentlemen. But let's see what we got here. We got Dinobot Rampage. Oh yeah, that's the looking ahead at the Dinobots. So we already can see that they are showing us who's coming here. And probably the next expansion, Grimlock. Me Grimlock. So he also has an alt mode. You can ride in on a T-Rex. Awesome. So there you go. Dinobot Rampage and Grimlock, an Autobot leader. +2 hits against Devastator. Amazing. So we're just going to throw those right in. We'll certainly be utilizing our dual layer arc board once we figure out what it does. So that's it. Not much in there. Certainly don't overpay for that. Just go to Renegade Games' web store and pick it up for you if you are interested. So backtracking a little bit, we have Coldsnap, which I was just as excited about. Adding a whole new set of Joes. And we've seen this already. Coldsnap expansion rulebook. This is more what I have come to expect. Set up the story packs, new rules, and that's it. So this is much more digestible. The Dreadnought expert mode. Interesting. Again, they're just messing with my ability to sleeve these. Snowblind. All right, I'm going to take a peek at these because, I don't want to show off the story missions. We're going to save those. Obviously, if you watch a playthrough of mine, you will be stuck with it. So here's mission 5 and mission 6. Yep. All right. So we're going to set those off to the side. Let's see what Snowblind cards are. Group mission, Snowblind. These all have the same picture on them. They all appear to be the same, and all appear to have the same text. So, interesting. 3 martial. Oh, the only thing different here is what it takes to defeat them. 3 of something. Otherwise, it all says, with the global temperature plummeting and snowstorms raging, Cobra's plans are impossible to decipher. All Joes can see is snow and static. If a new story mission must be drawn and Snowblind is still in play, discard Snowblind and activate the Snowblind ability on the next story mission. Okay, there you have it. Let's see, we got Cobra Commander in his cold suit. He's just rocking the sleeveless, I guess. Okay, Snow Serpent attacks. So these are all the complications. Put 1 Snow Serpent into play. Put 1 Crystal Ball into play. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on the complications. Nobody wants to see that stuff. So these are the Dreadnoughts cards. So Zartan, who is in the base game. Side mission. Interesting. Let's pull out all of these. This is a decent set of cards here. All of these are side missions. So I guess this is ramping it up if you want to play against all of the Dreadnoks. And just throw them into any mission. Interesting. So there you go. They have a special back. The Complications have their back. And who do we got here? Snow Serpents. All right. Wonder if they replace the Cobra Troopers, because there's a standard stack of them here, and then we've got Storm Shadow here, who I thought we already got in the Shadow of the Serpent expansion. Interesting. Maybe this is who you would use if you're not playing that expansion. Expert mode, we certainly don't need these. The game is hard enough on its own. Let's see. Flak, a towable asset. Towable asset. Okay. Oh, so that's what these must mean. Towable asset. Wonder how you add these into your game. But obviously they have a different card back, so you're going to know they're coming. Here we go. Here are the Joes we're looking for. We got Snow Job. We got Gung Ho, who never wears sleeves. We got Charbroil. Frostbite. Timber, who is Snake Eyes' wolf. Law and Order. Dial Tone. Blizzard. Mutt, and Junkyard. I'm sorry, but this is the best picture of Mutt you have. I mean, I don't know. I just don't get the artwork on some of these. Blowtorch and Doc. Doc always reminded me of what's the actor's name? The guy that was on Reading Rainbow, and he had a part in Top Gun, and he wore those glasses, and he confronts Maverick at one point in Top Gun. I always felt like Doc, that's who Doc, their inspiration for Doc was. I always thought of that guy, all in the 80s. So we got the Polar Battle Bear, the Snowcat, of course, and the Avalanche, of course. And we've got some utilities here. That's a funky vehicle. And tactical gear, and that's it. So, and there's our promoted Snow Jobs and Gung Ho. So they didn't really add, they added some complications. The only Cobra they added was Storm Shadow here, which is interesting. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to do it for our catch-up unboxing of Renegade's G.I. Joe, the deck building game. Again, if you've made it this far and you watched the whole video, you probably don't need the timestamps. But if you jump to the end, timestamps below to see specific unboxings. All of this, at some point or another, we will be getting a playthrough out on the channel of. This is a fun one to play through, win or lose. I still have fun playing this game. This one is slowly creeping up my deck building list, and adding in Transformers only helps that asset. One thing I do need to figure out, so keep an eye out for this in the future as well, is I got a lot of little boxes now. The main game comes in a medium-sized box, and now I have 3 small expansion boxes. Obviously, we need to come up with a better storage solution than we currently have. So keep an eye out for that as well as we figure out what to do with all these cards. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, including playthroughs of G.I. Joe, the deck building game, using these new expansions, please subscribe to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.